Good evening, namaste, adab, and sat sri akal. I'm back again to have a very inspiring conversation with a wonderful young lady who is contributing a lot and impacting lakhs and lakhs of women with her work. So, she is not only a life coach, she is also an entrepreneur, she's an author, and she's a TEDx speaker. So, let's all welcome Arzu Shah. So, over to Arzu Shah. Arzu, are you there?
Yes, Shruti, I am. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Harzu. So nice to have you here on the show. So, I would like you to introduce yourself quickly to the viewers, a little bit about what you're doing at the moment and how you are connecting to women and how you're, empowering so many women all over the globe.
Shruti, you've already introduced a bit of what I do, but yeah, like you said, I'm a life coach and a speaker. So, what I do is I conduct workshops, seminars, online conversations, and hold this mastermind together for women where they can come together and learn how to believe more in themselves, how to value themselves more. I think you already know about this, but just for everybody, we've all, as women, had like our own journey in coming to terms with who we are as people, learning how to value our own selves as individuals. That's something that I feel I struggled with a lot before. And once I realized how to come out of it, I knew nothing better but then to go ahead and help women do this for themselves. So, this is what I do.
So that's really wonderful, Arzu. So you've created a mastermind of women, you said.
Yes.
And what do you do exactly in this mastermind? Are all the women really sorted and really have those masterminds who come there? What
Uh,
is the criteria to be a part of this mastermind?
Shruti, are we all ever completely sorted? I don't think we are, right? It's an ongoing journey that we all take in the process of being sorted. But it's not so much about being sorted as much as it is about coming to terms with who you are, accepting yourself, learning how to do something of their own out there in the world. I feel a lot of identity comes from being able to go out there and create something of your own. So yeah, that's what we do together. Over we meet like once a week and we learn how to go ahead, go out there and create something of our own, value ourselves more. And it's called I'm Beautiful from Within because that's a concept that's very close to my heart. So yeah.
That's really a very beautiful concept. And, I think we all Indian women are really beautiful from within. And that is something that really needs to be shared with everybody. And, instead of having any kind of upmanship, any kind of, holier than thou attitude, I know that your group of women are really supporting each other. They're doing a lot for each other's growth. And this is something beautiful that you have done, of course, from within, but it's beautiful outside also. So,
Thank
congratulations on that, Arzu. It's really a wonderful thing you've done. But you know what? The most inspiring thing about you is your age for all of us. So, you are all of, I think, 23 at the moment, and
yes,
you
I
have, yeah, am I
yes, yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
100%.
So you started your journey very young, like at the age of, I think, 19, you started figuring out and you have actually emerged as a leader of women already. And normally, I remember when I was at 23, I was not sorted at all. I was like, okay, whatever my parents would say, that would be, the thing. So I think that's really very impressive about you. Tell me, like, when you were growing up, let's go back to your childhood. Like, were you always a very sorted kid? And yes, you knew you could, handle everybody and be a leader and tell everyone what to do and how to go about it. Were you like
Opposite.
that? Oh.
Opposite of what you just said, complete opposite of what you just said. I've been bullied, I've been very shy, I've been very underconfident as a child. I also have an elder sibling who I absolutely love, and you know him really well.
Yes.
But the challenge is he's been such an achiever, and he's 5 years elder to me. I'd always look at him and feel like, why can't I be like that? Why can't I just achieve as much as he's doing? What I didn't understand was my age, of course, and the fact that we're two different people. But no, I've been very shy, I've been very underconfident. I was too unsure of myself. I had a lot of challenges with self-value and confidence. So this was not something I had in me as a child, not at all.
Then how did you manage to, like, okay, I know Harsh is your brother and he is, of course, I think he needs to come on my show also because he's very, very
He must
inspiring.
be watching
But
you right now, so you can tell him to come.
so great, Harsh. Are you there? Please say something nice about us. So, so we are saying nice things about him, so he can, reciprocate. So, of course, looking up to him and, learning from him is one part of it. But ultimately, it's your own struggle. It's your
Yes.
own determination to overcome those, fears and that hesitation and really go out there and just do it. So, I want to know the very first time you went on stage and how did you do it and how did you manage, you know?
I'll tell you where it started, right? I don't know
Yeah.
if I've spoken about this a lot before, but I think the idea of exploring myself started a bit after my grandmother passed away. So I think I was about 15 or 16 when she passed away. And I feel that was the point where I kind of realized that I couldn't have the kind of relationship I wanted to have with her because of my insecurities. I used to feel that she loved my brother more, she favored him more. Why doesn't she care for me enough? But when she passed away, I think that was the moment that I felt like I need to explore myself a bit more. So I feel that led me to study psychology. That led me to self help, this industry that we are in. I wanted to understand more. I wanted to discover more. So I feel that was the point of internal realization that I need to change. I cannot
Mhm.
continue like this because I used to look around, Shruti, and I felt so many people were struggling. Everybody would be a generalization, but so many people were struggling with similar issues, insecurities,
Yes.
lack of confidence. But none of us could ever pause and ask, okay, why do I feel this way?
Yeah,
And
you
I
did mention your grandmother in another interview. I was just going through some of your interviews. So, later, what did you think? But because it was very natural, for the grandmother, I think that generation of women to have a gender bias for the boys. It was
She didn't actually, Shruti. To be very
hmm?
honest, she never had a gender bias. She never favored my brother more. I
She
created it
didn't.
in my head than it was in real. And that was
Okay.
because I was insecure. So I felt it had less to do with her, less to do with my brother, but it had so much more to do with me. And
And do
I
you
wanted
think that is the case generally also? A lot of people like just get it in their head that, there is a gender bias where it may not be there.
it was never there. I created it because I was feeling insecure. And I decided at one point that I had to take ownership to rather change myself as a person than putting it on other people and go in that
Yes.
journey. So, and yeah, I think the turning point was this industry, this world of self help, working on
Yes.
yourself, exploring yourself. I feel this was the turning point of almost everything for me.
So do you think once you entered the industry, it was so much more to added so much more to your theoretical understanding of psychology, which you were studying in great detail, I believe. So, you went out into the world, you met people, you discussed with people. So it must have been much more, practical knowledge that you've gained over these few years. How do
100%.
you take that?
100.
Yeah.
So I remember I wanted to reach out, right? But before reaching out, I felt I had to discover. So what could I
Yes.
do the best to discover? I could find out women who had struggled with the same challenges that I was probably struggling with, but they had found a way to come out of it. They had become something more, they had done something different. So I went on this journey. I met IPS officers, I met entrepreneurs, I met the world's fastest racer, I met Bollywood actors, I met television actors. I just met women of substance, from acid attack survivors to rape survivors to national champions, national award winners. And Shruti, it's surprising how all of them have gone through the kind of challenges that I went through, but they had just
Yes.
found a way to come out of it. So what I wanted to discover what they had done differently. And I
Yes.
feel that entire journey of meeting these women changed so much for me that then I felt like I wanted to go out and explore this and share this with people. So that's when the workshops, the seminars, and the coaching started.
Yeah. So, of course, I would definitely recommend a complete coaching course with you to all my viewers. But just a few tips on this very topic that you're talking about, like how to overcome this, inner thoughts and things that we just cook up ideas and we just kind of have a belief system. Okay, she's more partial to so and so. It happens all the time. I think it happens in my family also because I'm a mother of three. So all of them think I prefer the other one to the other one. ऐसे होता है sibling. Also as a mother, I'm totally, equally fond of all of them. So I
Like
totally
this
understand
is
your
every
aspect also
story.
and your grandmother's aspect also.
Every
So
sibling story.
yeah. So how does one, like, if you don't want to get into that trap, what should you do?
I feel, Shruti, it sounds very funny, and we all make jokes about which sibling is favored and which sibling is not. But I feel this goes much beyond a sibling partiality that we are talking about. I think it goes to a person's self value and self confidence, who they believe they are and who they are not. And I feel if we explore that, the lack of self value is what comes underneath all of this. And what I feel, there are no tips, but I think what I can talk about this is that I think the journey that one has to take to work on themselves is the most essential one. So the difference is we can stop saying that, oh, it's okay, everyone's insecure, everyone's got confidence issues, everyone has challenges. I think we should stop saying that to ourselves and say, hey, you know what, I deserve more. I want to be better
Yes.
as a person. What can I do to work towards that? That question is the beginning of change, right? And I think then so much that we can explore out there in the world today.
Absolutely. So, how many people have you been coaching, and how far has your reach increased recently? I believe you've been doing a lot of international seminars also, and
Yes.
not just women, which you were doing earlier. You're impacting everybody now. So, tell us a little about what you're doing right now.
So right now there are too many things that are happening. But to begin with, like I told you, it's the mastermind that I'm running,
Yes.
and it's a beautiful experience that I'm getting from that. Then there's been coaching that we are doing. So I feel the coaching has reached a lot more, not just nationally but also internationally now. So I'm having a lot of fun doing that. Numbers, I don't know. I stopped counting after a point because I started loving the process so much more. But there is
Yeah.
international seminars, there's coaching, there's the mastermind, and now I'm here with you. So a lot of things happening simultaneously.
And I'm sure it's a very, very satisfying and fulfilling journey for you. When you actually see the transformations happening and the people reporting victories to you after going through your programs. So, but tell me, as a coach, otherwise, it must have been quite taxing, emotionally taxing when you listen to people's stories and, all their mess and, the kind of situations they are in. So, you're so young and, so sweet. Like, I find you really cute. I feel like giving you a hug every time I see you. But you're so gentle and, soft and everything. So, how do you like, does it disturb your mind, or are you really professional about it,
You know,
already?
I'll tell you what, right? Coaching is fun. It's exciting. I don't think it's emotionally. We're not sitting to discuss the problems of the world and carry the weight on our shoulders. And you know this better than anyone else does, that coaching is so much more fun. It's like me and you having a conversation right now. Only the thing is that we get breakthroughs. I feel like if you're a part of the mastermind or if you're going through coaching, it's fun. You're talking about future, you're talking about possibilities, you're talking about what you can create, what you can do, dreams, ambitions, so much. So rather than taxing, I think I'm my best self when I'm doing my work. So it's not at all taxing, it's not at all difficult. I think it's just fun, a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I would like to thank the viewers who are giving such lovely comments for you, Arzu. There's Nivedita. There's so many more. I can't see all of them on my
Yeah, I
thing
saw
here.
your comment just now. She's
Yeah.
one of the most amazing people I know. Thank you, Nivedita.
So thank you, everybody who's joined in. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And do keep chatting. And if you have any questions, do ask Arzu. Make the most of it. So, Arzu, I want to, talk a little bit about your earlier platforms. Like you did a TEDx talk, and you talked about dreams and that. I went through it a bit, but I've forgotten most of it now. And yes, of course, all young girls and young youth is all full of dreams. And but somewhere down the line, हमारी dreams भी बड़ी हल्की फुल्की सी हो जाती है. There's so many buts and ifs to our dreams as we grow older. So when you're young, like you can really dream the utmost, I feel. So tell me something about, why dreams are important and why we should be dreaming, and, till what age can we keep dreaming?
Uh, Shruti, I mean, I don't think there is any. I don't know how to tell you this, but there's no age to dreams, right? I feel it's about the only thing that keeps us alive is having dreams, right? Having something to look forward to, having something that you can accomplish, having something that you can do with your life. And I feel the women that I've met have taught me time and again that there is absolutely no age to having dreams. The more you have, the better it is. And like you said, a lot of times, of course, people go through experiences in their life, and I understand because I've worked with so many women that have come and said, I'll tell you one of the recent examples that I have is they get married, have kids, give a lot of their heart and soul to raising their children. Once they've grown up, they don't know who they are anymore. The sense of identity suddenly vanishes. And I feel
Yes.
most women at that age and at that point decide that they want to do something more, and then they
Yeah.
find meaning in their life by having a dream and creating something of their own. So I feel dreams is one of the most beautiful things one can have, and when you go ahead and you create something of your own is when the maximum amount of self value comes from. So I feel it's
तो
amazing.
मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है कि आरजू आप मेरी स्टोरी बता रहे हो. I'm one of those women probably.
Yes, I know your story is very similar to this.
Yeah, yeah. So yes, of course, we should always keep dreaming. I totally agree on that. And ऐसे सपने लो जो आपको सोने ना दें, जैसे आरजू लेती है. तो मुझे ये पता है आरजू सोती भी नहीं है, and she works really hard because I was asking her to share her daily routine with us, and she said she's not going to do that because she feels that daily routines should be very structured and they should be very disciplined, which at the moment hers is not. But that is because her dreams are so big and she's doing so much, and she's working late night with people abroad, and she's working during the day, and she's doing so many things. So I think it's perfectly fine, Arzu. There's a time for everything. And I really want to congratulate you on working, being able to give so much of your energy with so much passion to your work. So this itself is very inspiring, to see a young person who has found her passion and who's working day in and night out to create that kind of world which she wants. Am I right about that?
You're
Isn't that
just kind, Shruti. I'm gonna tell you, you've been really kind with your words. But I tell you what, right? I feel when you find something that inspires you, then there are no excuses, right? Then you don't feel like there is a time barrier, there is an age barrier, there is a commitment barrier. You feel like going and doing more and more of it. So I feel that's what this work does, and I'm absolutely in love with what I do. So I feel that's where it comes from.
so? Tell us a little bit more about the TEDx talk that you did. How was it? What happened there?
So I'll tell you the first TEDx talk that I did. I've done two so far, but I'll tell you about the
Okay.
first one because
Yeah.
it was one of the most beautiful experiences I've had. It was an amphitheater, so it was an open space. I know I started during sunset, and by the time the TED talk ended, it was dark. So it was a very beautiful timing that it happened at. But the best part about that TEDx talk was it was for youth, and it was TEDx Youth. It happened at Magdalla, and my parents were there. So it was a it was one of the most perfect evenings I've had in my life because 2018, 30th December, my mom and dad were sitting in the front row and they were watching me speak on that stage. And my parents can't even understand English, okay? And they were watching me like they were in awe of what happened because nobody, and I have family full of accomplishers, engineers, doctors, chartered accountants, people that have done so well. And my mom used to look at me and she said, yeah, please do your PhD, complete your education. And I chose to go on a different path. And then that TED happened, and my mom and dad saw me there. It was really beautiful because it gives you the faith that somebody like me who did not believe in herself, who had no confidence, truthfully, Shruti, I even started my journey not knowing where it's gonna go. I just wanted to
Yes.
give it a chance. I felt something really strongly in my heart. I felt it's worth a chance, so I went ahead and I tried. And when the TEDx happened, it felt like, you know what, it's reached somewhere. I'm actually here and I'm actually doing something of value. And that Preeti Shah was my mom there who just commented because she's really sweet. So I went there and it felt like, you know what, if you really believe in something and you give yourself a chance, your background, your confidence, your experience, none of that matters. You will
Yes.
reach somewhere as long as your heart is in the right place, you give full out, you will reach somewhere. So I feel that TED was on dreams because I believe that dreams are really important. People should give themselves a chance. I'm the most unlikely person to be talking to you, getting all these comments. I'm the most unlikely person. I never even believed I could do any of this. But then it
You were
happened for
more, I think you were more academic during school. You were studying very
even
hard.
that I didn't do that well, yeah. Even that I didn't do that well. I swear I was feeling hopeless at one point कि पढ़ाई पसंद नहीं है,
अच्छा.
एजुकेशन हो नहीं रहा, बाकी कुछ लाइफ में है नहीं, ऐसे कोई पैशन वगैरह तो बिल्ड नहीं किया है. So I was quite hopeless at one point that I don't even know where I'm going to go. But I just gave myself that one chance and things transpired and so much happened. So I feel it can, I mean, it's just the beginning. I think there's such a long way to go. But yeah, it can happen for so many people. So I just want to
Yeah.
go there and talk about this, that people should give themselves a chance. That's what the TEDx was also about.
Okay. So I think I've heard only one of them. Was the second one about the dreams then?
Yeah, I think both my TEDx were
Your second
very,
TEDx talk. Was that one about the
both of them were about dreams, in fact. Both my TEDx have spoken about dreams.
I
Spoken
can't.
about, you
Okay,
can't share.
okay. Yeah. So, but that's so wonderful because those youngsters, if they're listening to you, most youngsters go through this phase. I think after school and college, where they're confused, where they don't know what to do. Many of them don't want to be studying, and they don't know what next. So, वो एक situation आती है. That is a normal kind of thing with most of the people, most of the youngsters I know. And then they're looking at counselors, they're looking at other things. But the most important message for them, which you're giving, is that choose something. And even if you are scared of it, even if you think it won't succeed or whatever, just go for it and give it a try. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't know where it will take you. Is that
Yeah,
what
that,
you want to say to them,
yes, yes,
Arzu?
100%. Yes, yes, yes. I think Shruti, that's such a
So
valid
just
point.
go ahead.
Yes, 100%. Just go ahead and give it a chance. I feel that's all
And
that
that's
matters.
what Arzu did. Yeah, that's what Arzu. Yeah, she gave it a chance and look where she is. So all of you guys listening, and Preeti ji, if you're here with us, I want to really thank you for giving us this lovely child, Arzu Shah, and congratulations to you for having such beautiful children. And because it's after all, Arzu, it's a lot to do with your mother. You may not
Every,
know it.
oh no,
So,
I
Arzu,
already,
I think there is a problem. I can't hear you very clearly. Yeah, this
can you hear me now?
is your camera on?
Yes, my camera is on
Yeah,
and my,
it's better. But
it's better.
your video is still
Can you hear me? See,
थोड़ा still आ रहा है. अच्छा तो कोई बात नहीं. We'll continue. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you definitely.
okay, great.
So tell me, Arzu, you created a YouTube channel which is really, really popular already. And like you had been meeting all these people. So you have also put some of the interviews on your YouTube channel. I believe you've not put all of them, you've met many more, but you have shared a few of those interviews, which are really very inspiring and lovely interviews. I would recommend it to all the girls to go and have a look at her YouTube channel called Beautiful from Within, right?
Yes, yes, that's what it's
Arzu,
called.
can you hear me?
Yes, Shruti, I can hear
Technically,
you.
was there a problem at the end? Yeah.
I can hear you. I
So
can hear you.
Beautiful from Within is, such a lovely name. Yeah. वो है ना जो मुझे याद आती है उससे वो गाने की तन भी सुंदर मन भी सुंदर तुम सुंदरता की देवी हो totally beautiful in all aspects और तुझे देख के ना और मुझे वो भी लगता है चंदन सा बदन चंचल चितवन धीरे से तेरा ये मुस्काना and for leave the rest of the lines to the boys who are watching you all the time. So, getting a little bit personal.
Yeah, please tell me.
So tell me, it's your age to be looking out for a partner. And are you going to leave that to your brother and your parents to decide, or are you going to have some say in that?
I will definitely have a say in that. There is no question about not having
Are
a
you
say.
going to have a partner soon?
Soon, I don't know when it has to happen. It will happen. Everything has its own time. So I'm going to leave
Okay,
it.
so if you're going to have a say in that, and since you're so sorted and whenever, yeah, we believe in karma, we believe in destiny. वो जब आना होगा आ
हाँ
जाएगा.
जी,
But
बिल्कुल.
still, like if you had some kind of criteria, like which it might guide the young girls who are watching us, that what should it be? Since you're a coach, what should it be that one should look for before taking any decisions
Okay, so I'll
for
tell
a
you basically.
spouse? Have you ever given that kind of coaching or thought about it?
No, no, I'll tell you something that I believe in when it comes to this. I
Yeah.
definitely, something that I personally believe in about this, about having a partner. It's that, and this is seeing some of the most successful marriages that I've seen around me, that as long as two people can respect each other, they are compatible, they can support each other's purpose and mission in life, I think it all works out. So I'm going to probably basis that decide who I want to be with. That if I have somebody who believes in what I do, I can believe in what he does, and meaningfully together work towards something, I think there's nothing like it in life, right? So, yeah.
That's very sweet, and I think it's the perfect advice you're giving. The very first thing is to have respect and to be able to give that respect to each other. Then
Yeah.
all else kind of can be organized and adjusted, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah.
is so lovely. So let's, talk a little bit about your other interests. So do you have any other hobbies apart from, all these few hobbies of coaching and TED Talks and YouTube. उसके अलावा भी कुछ है
I'll tell you what, Shruti,
कि
I
टाइम
had
नहीं मिलता.
नहीं नहीं टाइम तो बहुत मिलता है टाइम कैसे नहीं मिलता दिस इज अ वेरी फ्लेक्सिबल प्रोफेशन सो टाइम तो बहुत मिलता है आई टेल यू एज अ चाइल्ड आई हैड ओनली टू थिंग्स दैट आई लव्ड वन वाज डांसिंग and one was talking. So dancing I gave up along the way because I started
Yes.
feeling very unsure of myself, so I did not pursue that. But I recently started dancing again, so that is something I'm continuing to do, and talking that my work allows me to do. So these were the only two things that I was interested in as a child, and I think I still have a chance to explore both of them. So it's great.
So what kind of dancing do you do, Arzu?
Contemporary and Bollywood. So Bollywood is love because
What sort of dancing are you learning dancing?
I am learning again. I am learning again. I am definitely learning again.
Okay.
And Bollywood is something that I love, and contemporary is something that I'm learning. So these are the two things. Yeah.
Wonderful. So we are going to be, going to have a treat to your dance very soon, I hope, once you're ready with the number. So what songs are your favorite, Arzu?
What songs are my favorite? There is this song that
For
we all have
dancing.
for dancing. Oh, for dancing, I think I
Yeah.
would go for anything that is Bollywood. Second, I
Okay.
love Garba. I'm a Gujarati, so I love Falguni Pathak music. So I can dance and dance and dance
Oh,
on
yes.
Falguni Pathak music. That I can do. And anything Bollywood is good, yeah.
याद
For
याद किया कि आने लगी. That's
Digi
Ragini
Digi.
Pathak, if I'm not mistaken, no?
Yes, yes, yes.
याद
Digi.
किया कि right. I understand. Totally understand. So, okay, so Fagini Pathak and the other song you were telling me about, yes, Hero.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
not
did
a
tell me, you mentioned it to me that you love the song Hero, right?
yes. It's one of the most amazing songs that has ever existed, and I absolutely love it. Hero.
Yeah, and it kind of sets your mind on the right track, you know. We all
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to be heroes. We all need to be beautiful from within. And so, tell me, you you have another hobby, which is writing, which you're not talking about. And you have started writing, and I believe you're writing a very interesting book for all of us.
The book is already written. The process of publishing is going on. It should be out in a
Okay.
couple of months. I've been writing this book, Honest Confession, for really long, and I've just wanted to get this as right as I can. So I hadn't published it. But yeah, in
How
a couple
good.
of months, the book should be out. It's called Bold, Brilliant, and Beautiful. So I'm quite excited about that. I am looking forward to that.
Okay. So it's bold, brilliant, and beautiful, all rolled
Yeah.
into one. And is
Yes.
it stories about the women? What is it about like?
So this book is for women that want to understand how to break free from their fears, their insecurities, and go ahead and follow their dreams. So I'm quite
I'm
excited
sure
about
it's going to be a must buy for everybody, definitely for me. And congratulations, and I'm eagerly waiting for it to come.
it.
And
Thank
I think it's going to be a great treat for all of us to
thank
go
you.
through that book and a lot of learning, I'm sure. So, Arzu, tell me before we leave, what are your, plans for the future, and also how do you plan for the future? यार अब तो 5 साल 5 years वाला तो सब COVID ने तो दिमाग ही खराब कर दिया. You try to make 5 year plans and you feel yeah, because everybody would made 5 year plans. Because COVID has spoiled all the plans. So are we still going to be making 5 year plans and 2 year plans and 1 year plans, or are we just going to make the next week plans? How are we going to do it? And how are you going to do it?
So Shruti, you know what? It's funny, when COVID started, I saw somebody had shared this post on Instagram that for everybody that asked the question, where will you be in 5 years from now? All of us were wrong 5 years back, because look where we are, all in a lockdown. So nobody knows where the world is going to be. But I feel the only goals that we can have, the only thing that we can plan for the future is who we become as people. So that is
Yeah.
something that we continue to do. Who I become as a person, I can decide even tomorrow, I can decide day after tomorrow, I can decide 1 year from now. So I feel one of the goals that people don't focus on so much is character goals to build. And I feel I want to work towards that. I want to work towards becoming better as an individual, as a person. And then whatever life brings at me, COVID, non-COVID, pandemic, no pandemic, we'll know how to deal with it, right? Because we've become stronger as individuals. So that's something that I'd love to work towards.
But that's such a wonderful thought, Arzu. And it's very true. Ultimately, maximum, the best thing that we can create, we think call ourselves creative people, we have to begin with ourselves, no? So let's create ourselves first into those kind of individuals who have strong characters, who know where they're going, who
Yes,
are able to contribute, and all the rest of it, right?
yes, yes,
So
100.
this has been such a lovely chat with you, Arzu. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you
And
so much, Shruti. This was lovely. I loved being here.
thank you so much. And I hope to see your dance soon. And I'm definitely waiting for the book, which I'm going to buy as soon as possible, as soon as it's on Amazon. And I'm going to bring you back on a show about your book soon. So,
Thank
all
you
the
so much.
best.
Looking forward. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you, viewers, for being with us.
Shruti, you're one of the most amazing people that I know. And thank you so much for having me. Bye.